Welcome to Ida's Kitchen. Bienvenidos. My name is Ida Lugo McAllister, and I am going to demonstrate how to prepare homemade barbecue sauce for pulled pork sandwiches. My Irish husband spent his summers visiting his grandparents in Alabama. Therefore, I learned how to prepare many authentic Southern cuisines. Because he has embraced my culture, I will be posting some of his favorite Southern dishes on my YouTube channel, and this is one of them. Alabama and Puerto Rico have one thing in common. We love our pork meat. They barbecue the pork meat and we serve it roasted. I already cooked and shredded the pork meat for this recipe. Last year I uploaded a YouTube cooking video on how to prepare pulled pork. I will share the link on the comments section of this YouTube video. Are you ready to start making the homemade barbecue sauce? Let's add the following ingredients into a 4-quart saucepan. A 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. 1½ cups of tomato ketchup. 4 ounces of apple cider vinegar. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. 1/4 cup of molasses. 1/4 cup of honey. And 1/2 cup of water. Using a whisk, stir to combine all the ingredients. We are ready to add the spices. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of ground mustard, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of light salt, or a 1/4 teaspoon of regular salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground red pepper to give this sauce some heat. Mix all the ingredients until well blended. I am going to set the induction cooker to medium heat and cook uncovered for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, reduce heat and simmer for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. As you can see, the sauce is starting to thicken after 30 minutes of simmering. At this point, you can taste the sauce to see if it needs more seasoning. I personally feel it has the right balance of flavors. Continue simmering for another 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. The barbecue sauce has the right consistency. It is very thick and creamy. You can smell all the spices and condiments. The homemade barbecue sauce is ready and should yield approximately 2½ cups. I just wanted to show you the pork meat that I cooked and shredded this morning using our traditional method of seasoning the pork meat. As I mentioned earlier, I will share the link on how to prepare pulled pork. In the South, the pulled pork is usually placed in a bowl and tossed with some barbecue sauce before serving on a bun. I prefer to stew the cooked shredded pork meat with the homemade barbecue sauce, quizá la carne, to infuse the flavor into the pork meat, a very popular cooking method in our culture. Let's start with adding 4 cups of pulled pork into the barbecue sauce. The pork meat looks juicy and tender. We can always add more meat later if necessary. Stir until the pork meat is completely coated with the sauce. Now we can cover the saucepan with lid and simmer for 30 minutes. This will allow the pork meat to absorb the flavors of the barbecue sauce. Now this is what I call barbecue pulled pork. The meat has absorbed the homemade barbecue sauce. It will definitely provide a sweet and sour taste to the juicy and tender pulled pork. Let's start preparing the sandwiches. You can butter and grill the buns. This is optional. I love to pile the barbecue pulled pork on top of a fluffy or soft bun. This looks so delicious. Today, the barbecue pulled pork sandwiches are usually served with coleslaw and dill pickles on top. My husband Henry prefers the traditional method of serving the coleslaw and dill pickles on the side. It can also be accompanied with macaroni or potato salad. I don't consume a lot of meat, but I will never refuse Henry's pulled pork sandwiches made with homemade barbecue sauce. It is time to taste the pork sandwich. This is so good. The barbecue sauce provides deep, rich, sweet and tart flavor to the tender pulled pork. This is a southern comfort dish. ¡Qué rico! I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube video on how to prepare homemade barbecue sauce for pulled pork sandwiches.